Questions for Koa, Brayden, and Jaden?
Koa, how good did it feel to get back out there today?
It felt great, to be out there again with my brothers and, just competing at a high level and playing against a really good team in Kansas. It was really special to be out there and especially to come back playing in McHale.
What was it like going through the rehab and how did you feel? Could you kind of walk through the last couple of weeks? What it's been like for you?
Just a lot of, conditioning stuff like pull workouts, not really putting a lot of pressure on my leg. And then when I was on the court, like form shooting, simple stuff like that, and ball handling. So just trying to get back for my guys. I told them, I was trying to get back for them so we keep going and keep getting better.
Yeah, did you feel like you could play maybe even at Baylor? You were working out before that game. It looked like you were pretty close.
Yeah, I always want to play, honestly. I'll go out there and play with a broken leg. But, I was just listening to our trainers, J-Rock and Rounds, and just working with them and trying to figure out when I was going to come back. And today was the day to come back.
Brayden, you were compared to Jamal Murray on the TV broadcast. How does that comparison feel to you, and can you attest to that?
I'm not too familiar with his game, but I know he's like a great point guard, a great scoring guard that can put his teammates in positions to be successful. So, he's a great player. That's a great person to be compared to.
Jaden, when they close to 4, they made their run, you guys made a return back. What were you thinking when they got it to 4? One, and then I'll ask another question.
Just make simple plays. They're a great team, so we knew they were going to go on a run at some point. Just keep our composure. We got great players. We're going to share the ball, make great plays. Mo hit some big shots. Brayden hit some big shots, and we just trusted each other at the end of the stretch.
Your defense had a lot to do with that. Obviously, you hit a floater. I think it was a pretty nice floater. And then you had a big three. How is it when you kind of stop them and then you guys recharge?
We hang our hats on the defensive end. Got one of the top defenses in the country. Coach Murph and Coach Lloyd are always on us to get stops, and that makes it easier to play in transition. We got athletes, we got shooters, break out on the offensive end.
I've asked you about your rebounding before, but it just seems like to be able to get 12 rebounds as a guard and whatnot. Koa's shaking his head. Back at the beginning of the season, you kind of mentioned, I think, like a lot of people, Tobe banging you around was like a welcome to Big 12 moment. Did that help you become a better rebounder because you knew you had to get around a guy like that?
No, definitely. I think just going against them has helped me, learning from them. At the beginning of the year, I never really played with a big, so I just expected them to get every rebound because they were tall. But I feel like me helping rebound, and, it just makes the job so much easier for my bigs, and then you could just start the fast break and just kick it up.
For anybody, just the tone Yvonne sits out there defensively for the team, and just your thoughts about the defensive energy he brings to the floor.
Oh, yeah, it's big time. He took on a tough matchup today in Darren Peterson, and I thought he did well, Yvonne always is going to play his butt off. He's always going to play hard, and he's definitely that spark plug we need. And, he gets the crowd going. I'm sure all the fans love him. He's a fan favorite, so I'm really proud of Yvonne. He had a really good game today, and he's going to keep getting better.
Facts. Sure. I love Yvonne. His energy, even in practice, we'll be practicing, and then the ball would just go, and he'll just dive for it, and then everybody would just get hype, and then we could just go from there.
Okay. Sure. You do all the little stuff. It might not show up on the stat sheet, scoring all that stuff, but he's doing all the dirty work that others don't want to do. Diving on the floor, cutouts, taking on the best matchup every night, and it's challenging, and he's doing a great job, and he's definitely an X factor for our team.
What was your guys' focus during that second half run when Kansas cut it to 2 and you guys blew it open after that? Just what was your guys' mentality after they cut it down and getting back up?
I just think just locking in on the defensive end. I feel like we're letting them get open threes and wide open layups. So just us being locked in on defensive end just makes it easier for our offense. And then we just went on from there. And the Coach Lloyd, just told us to settle down, trust one another, and that's what we did.
This might be an old question because it happens all the time. You guys score in double figures a lot. I think all starters scored in double figures. Just where it's almost pick your poison. How is that from your end? How you stop this guy, don't worry, I got you, or whatever. How does that feel?
Just, playing with each other, building that chemistry. We're very unselfish guys, feeding the hot hand. Brayden had it going. Other games, somebody might have it going. So just feeding them the ball and, knowing they're going to make the right play as well. Brayden's going to come off, hit Koa. We got Mo. We just got so many options. So just playing with each other, it's fun out there, and, we love sharing the ball.
For Jaden, a quick turnaround with Iowa State on Monday, also senior day. And Jaden, have you even begun to think about the fact that that's going to be your last game here?
Nah, it's crazy. Time flies. I was just a freshman. Then I transferred in, and you know, I'm very thankful for Tucson and you know everything they've done for me, Coach Lloyd and everybody. You know, I just want to go out there, play my heart out, and you know, take on a real challenge, Big 12 tournament, March Madness, and, you know, bring home a championship. So.
For all of you, just the fact that you have the opportunity to win the conference title outright at home, how important would that be to take care of business like that?
I think it would be great, honestly. Just be able to win it on your home floor, in front of your fans, you know, with your teammates. I feel like it would be great for us.
For just your thoughts kind of on Brayden and Koa. You guys have now faced, you know, the projected #1 and #2 picks in the draft, but just kind of what makes both of them so special on both ends of the floor?
You know, they love to compete. You know, that's what you want from the, you know, top players in their class to do every night, going out there, starting on the defensive end. You know, they can guard multiple positions. They can go out there, they can score from all 3 levels. You know, I definitely think they're, you know, the top 10 picks in this next upcoming draft. We're going to continue to show that, and, you know, they're going to continue to break out, and, you know, excited for these guys' journey.
How do you guys plan to handle the, you know, the turnaround, tough turnaround, 2 huge games, big emotional day today, and then boom, you got to come back on Monday, and as you're talking about, you know, with the title on the line. I mean, what do you do tonight, tomorrow? And
I mean, that's just the Big 12. You know, you're playing a good team every night. So I think now we're just gonna go tomorrow and, you know, recover tonight, have a good practice tomorrow, and then get ready for Iowa State on Monday tomorrow.
After Del Orso shot a 3, he had an emotion where he was like waving up to the crowd and having the audience cheer. Is he someone that usually does that and brings like the energy to the court with you guys?
Yeah, for sure. You know, Coach always tells us to try to get the crowd involved after a big play, you know, diving on the floor, getting a loose ball, or making a big shot, you know, just trying to get the crowd involved because it's really special here in McKell.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.